I have no idea why. Just said I checked everything. I sent it. I set the issue in. But a little recap on what we're doing tonight. For this episode, we've got a challenge going. And the challenge is to get at least 3 MVPs on Mobile Legends Bang Bang. We had last night. We had matchups for PUBG Mobile, and we ended up doing 5 versus 5 battle royale matches. We also done several matches on Mobile Legends. We had unlocked the new character Fredrin, newer character Fredrin, tank slash fighter type character. We did a matchup with him last night. We ended up winning one. We did a matchup with him tonight and got our first L with him. He seems decent. It's just going to take some time to be able to, learn the playstyle with him, and how to go around attacking people, and or do you need to be on the offense a lot with him, or I will say this about him: he's got when you get up close and personal. Let's go with Swift Boots for that, and regular spear. When you get up close and personal with his Fredrin character, he can output a lot of damage fast. But with the matchup we just had earlier, he seemed like he was struggling against marksman type characters. With him being the tank slash fighter, I wasn't expecting him to take as much damage from Clint and Layla. Those are the two that we ended up getting hit the worst with. Here's Bauman right here. Back up a little bit. Hit him with a blast. And another blast. Got him to step back a bit. Get their minions out of the way. We'll go ahead and keep pushing. Alright. I think it could be an issue with Microsoft Edge instead of the OBS Streamlabs. Not positive. We'll find out for sure when they run the diagnostics on it. We were talking about some of the movies that we had been checking out. We talked about the Black Phone movie. Damn it. This guy killed our butt right there. And we were talking about the Scream 6 movie that's getting ready to come out. It's going to launch next year. It's scheduled to release on March 31st, 2023. Let's see, we've got, alright, back to the game. We got Nathan at level 8 right now. Manage video. I do apologize, guys. Like I said, it just all of a sudden came out, gave us an issue. Wasn't expecting it to. Hit him with everything we got. SC Z-Long we're going up against. Hoping to get a kill right here. Super kill. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and get the minion out of the way also. Good deal. Just with barely enough health to be able to keep going, but we're going to go ahead and recall and get our health back up. We'll go back at it from there. Tag a game. Mobile Legends. Alright. Let's see. Alright, we're going to go with Demon Hunter Sword for the attribute boost that we're going to go for. And I got to edit this damn title here. Alright, guys. We ended up losing one of our turrets on Experience Lane, but, as long as we can take some of theirs, it's not a, nothing that we can't get past here. You look at the kill list. We got 13 kills on our side. Shows in the top center of the camera to their team's 11 kills. Individually, we're sitting at 1 kill, 2 deaths, and 1 assist to go along with it. We got their first turret down. We need to go for their third tier, their second tier, and then we will get to their home turret. If I can get him up top here. Alright, Flicker. Come on, move. That's one thing you gotta take into account with Nathan is he is a slow mover for certain. Gonna hit him with a burst. Damn it, man, we got caught up there. Wasn't any really good ways to go about and leaving the situation. One thing we could do is more team fighting. We're going to go with Golden Staff plus 65 on our physical attack, plus it's going to boost our attack speed up also. Alright, guys. We know this right side, there's nobody on it right now. Z-Long's trying to push down through here. We're going to try to catch him up. We try to catch up with him right here while he's going for our stuff. Blast him with our super duper time traveler frisbee that he's got going on here. Alright. Hit the regen button, be able to get our health back up. Challenge accepted. You just won $16 on bingo? 61. Movie review. Alright, challenge accepted. Movie review. Gotta get that going. Alright, guys. They've got everybody over on Money Lane right now. Bauman's trying to keep us from being able to get that turret. I see RZ Long is going at it with their Maya mid lane. Let's go ahead and get the Legion Sword for plus 60 on our physical attack. I'm hoping with Nathan being I think he's considered a mage. I think he's a mage marksman, right? So I'm hoping with him having those two emblems to be able to work with, we can use the mage, even though it's a secondary, that we can use the mage and be able to boost his stats up real good. We're gonna come up across our Maya right here. Yep, son of a gun, man! I wasn't expecting it. I knew she was coming, but I was hoping to be able to kill her off before she killed us off, basically. Didn't work out the way I planned it. No big deal, we'll go from there. I've got a good look though at our guys that were inside of their base. We almost had it. We've definitely got the top off of it. Their home turret. We're sitting at 2, 4, and 1 on the stat line. I wanted to welcome everybody back though. Meant to do that at the beginning. I done it at the beginning of the original stream. We had an issue with OBS Streamlabs, so I ended up having to jump back on. I wasn't going to leave you guys hanging. Another shout out to Ubanan Elisa, who had followed us on Facebook, guys. He's a new follower. Like I was talking about prior to us having the interruption, though, we're going to do a Q&A. You guys send us any of the questions you guys have on whether you're watching on Facebook, whether you're watching on Trovo or YouTube, and we will definitely answer them on the follow-up episode. And you guys are welcome to hit us up in the live stream as well. Definitely will chat with you on here. If you guys play any of the games that we play, hit me up. We'll definitely add you on there, and we'll play some matchups together also. Let's see what's going on here in mid lane, guys, because they got all kinds of stuff. We have Lord out on our side. We're pushing in their direction, trying to be able to get that turret taken down. But the thing you got to keep in mind right here, you guys look at the map. We got 3 turrets that are still standing in our way at mid lane. If you take that into account, because you have the home turret, obviously the biggest one on the map for their side, plus you also have the secondary and the third tier turret. It's in mid lane. We're sitting at 3-6-1 right now. We did end up killing their saber off. In the process of killing the saber off, we also got took out ourselves, but it was a give and go basically. They're pushing right here on our second tier turret on money lane, but we were able to notch that, keep them off of it. Our guys are pushing up through here. Lord hasn't respawned yet. We got about 81 seconds before Lord respawns. While we're down, I want to see what's going on in mid lane. But dang, just took out our Z-Long. We barely got any health left on our experienced lane turret. I'm going to come up here and help out Layla. We'll be falling back, I'd say, right here, though. Yep. Falling back, and we're going to wait till our other characters, our teammates, get back on the field. Let's go with Bladed Despair. It's going to be adding 160 to our physical attack, plus 5% to our movement speed. We'll go ahead and get another bump up on our CC ultimates. There's Z-Long. We know we can definitely take him, but yeah, he's wanting to play cat and mouse games. Son of a man, this freaking kills me about Maya. She's so freaking fast with her arrows, and that opened up the floodgates as far as, you know, our second tier turret. That's the first one. Maya's over here. She can get them down so quick. She's valuable to have on your team if you got somebody that likes playing as her. I happen to know somebody that likes playing as her, baby.
Hello.
My wife, that's one of my wife's favorite characters, her and Beatrix. Oh shit, man, that's the thing. Like, she got into her home turret, she took it. Alright, guys. Now it's time. We really need to get a W. We had those last two matches. We played as Fredrin in one. We played as Nathan in this last one. Let's counteract some of those two W's. We got to get something. That one, the first one we had was silver. It was like a 6 or a 7 that we ended up playing with. This one, bronze, is what we ended up with. What is it going to go with? Mastery code for Nathan. Okay, so that was the first part of the story that we ended up unlocking right there. Alright. I do want to check and see the other upcoming horror flicks that we've got coming out. I'll tell you what I would like to see redone would be another Freddy vs. Jason movie. Would you guys like to see that? Or are you all familiar with the Freddy vs. Jason movie? I think it was circa 2003. It was either 02 or 03. And we had it on VHS back in the day. It was a real, I liked it. I don't think it might have got good reviews. I'm not up to date on that. I could check it. But I do know we were waiting for a sequel to it. Because we figured, you know, hell, Freddy vs. Jason, they're both under the same banner. The same company owns the rights to both of them.
Hey, honey.
Surely they'll make another sequel.
You ever watch The Watcher?
The Watcher.
They're saying that the fans are reporting similar creepy feelings after watching Netflix on there.
Similar creepy feelings? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it would kind of put me in the... If that's the case, we need to watch it. The Watcher, guys. Netflix, The Watcher. The wife's saying that people are reporting creepy feelings after watching this movie on Netflix. The thing that I was getting at, though, the Freddy vs. Jason, we were looking for another sequel to come out. Like, me and my friends were talking about it. We were like, yeah, for sure they'll make another one. Come to find out, the way they ended up doing that was they went with comic books. I don't guess they could settle on the plot for the next sequel in movie form, so they ended up going with the sequel comic book form. And come to find out, like, some of the plans that they had they went along with the movie would have been adding Hellraiser. Hellraiser had been talked about being added to the movie franchise part of it. with the comic book series, they ended up actually putting in the dude from Evil Dead. What is it, Archie or baby? What's the guy's name from Evil Dead?
I can't remember, honey.
All right, let me know in the stream if you guys know the dude's name from Evil Dead that does all the killing. Big name character. It's not Archie. I'm thinking of something else, but I'm gonna have to look it up, or it'll bug the shit out of me if I don't. Evil Dead. Freddy versus Jason. Alright, Ash. Ash from Evil Dead. Yep. Alright, so let's get the boots. We were playing as Xavier this game. I'm going to get the the magic throwing spear that we've got to start out with. Yeah, so Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. It's a 6-issue comic book limited series. That's the way they chose to follow up on the Freddy versus Jason movie. It was released in November 2007, and it actually ran until March of 2008. So you end up getting a 2-year lifespan out of this sequel from the Freddy vs. Jason movie, and plus you get to add in Ash from Evil Dead too, so you get to tap into that fan base. That's pretty cool. I haven't read into many of those comics. That's something I would like to do. I'd like to check those comics out and see what they're all about. I did know for sure that they had done them though. The first one actually released, November of 07. Okay, and they were done by DC Comics. Alright guys, we're going to keep hitting them with these spearheads. Let's go with Arcane Boots for plus 40 on movement speed, 10 on magic penetration. Alright, we're going to put the wall up. And even if we hit these minions with the magic blast, it's going to put us in a better predicament to be able to hit their main characters with it later on. So when we're doing cross the map shots and stuff like that, we're going to eat into this gold from the turret right now. 2 of their marksmen are on our money lane. I see they've got Maya and they've got Beatrix on the money lane right now. Back up because we don't have any minions up there to be able to take those tower shots for us. They're actually going without having much of anybody in mid lane. Speaking of the devil though, they brought Maya in here. Let's see, 2, 1. Can I hit her with it? Yeah, I got her, but I didn't get the kill though. And Alucard might be able to track her down before she gets back to base. We've got the long distance blast right here. Let's go ahead and hit their Ruby and Beatrix with it. Excuse me. But that at least helped out our 2 people that are over in money lane, our Bellaric and our Maya. Get the rest of the gold that we can get off this turret right here. Come on with it. That's going to help us get our attributes up faster. Blast them with the wall. And that's going to freeze them in the place they're at. Keep them from pushing too far towards us. And that way we can get our minions in better position too in the long run. To be able to get this first turret down. Gain ground on them. What's the one that parodies the Evil Dead, baby? Blaster. Man, damn it, I was hoping to be able to get her killed. Baby. The Shaun of the Dead is what it is. Shaun of the Dead is the one that parodies the Evil Dead. But yeah, I was talking about I think it was last night, we were talking about all the good movies that came out back in the day, like early 2000s, 2010s, that were good parody movies. Like, for instance, Scary Movie was a parody movie. It would parody just like all the big name movies that came out that year. I remember one specific scene from it that was parodying Brokeback Mountain, back whenever Brokeback Mountain first came out. And the two guys is like, they're out doing their camping trip together, and he's like, they're in the tent together and all that, and They're sleeping back to back though, so it's nothing, nothing sexual going on or anything at that time. But he goes, he's like, "What are you doing, man?" He starts reaching over to his friend's side. He's like, "Oh, I'm just trying to grab some nuts, man." And then come to find out, he pulls out this big bag of peanuts beside of him. So that they would do a lot of stuff like that, or like another one of the ones that they did was Shaquille O'Neal and Kobe Bryant. They had Shaq. Kobe wasn't in the movie, but they had Shaq. It starts out Shaq's in the this basement, this dingy looking basement, like something off Saw. That's what it was parodying, and starts out you hear the voice almost like it was Jigsaw. He's like, "I want to play a game for your life." Shaq's like, "Kobe," and I can't do it justice, but seeing it in real time in the movie was pretty funny. Yeah, funny. There were. What about some that were not included?
David, David, don't ask me questions
Hmm.
tonight. Please.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'm surprised they didn't do a sequel to.
My head's hurting, that's why.
Well, I wish it wasn't, baby. I'm surprised they didn't do a sequel to Talladega Nights. Ballad of Ricky Bobby. That was one of Will Ferrell's biggest movies, but some movies are better standalone movies than now. But here's the thing with that though, with the Talladega Nights, I did read up on it one time, and they actually had a plot set up for if there was gonna like if they did get the green light on a sequel to the Talladega Nights movie. And for the sequel, the way I understand it, is Ricky Bobby was going to be going over to Europe to race in the circuit.
I do like Talladega Nights, so.
Yeah, it's a damn good. It's a classic. Ricky Bobby was going to be going over to Europe to race in the European race league, where the what is he French? The French guy was from that came over in the original movie and raced him French or Italian, whatever he was. And he was going to be so it was going to be the opposite. Instead of that guy coming to America to race like he did in the first one, the original, Ricky would have been going over there to race against him. So, and you can find it online about the plot for it, but that was the basic, theme of it. That was what it was going to be. Shit. I'm going to have to hit her with this fire blast to be able to get back. There we go. Barely got out in time, but we'll take it. Alright. You not feeling good, honey? Alright, I gotta change that title because on the original one I had the title changed already. This one right here still got the original. No big deal.
No, man, really good.
Do what?
I just can't think if I'm not feeling good.
I understand, baby. Now, freaking Z-Long right here. Let's hit him with everything we've got. I want to try to... Okay, Beller came in. Let's go with Glowing Wand plus 75 on our physical attack. And we could do some long range attacks from back here. Hopefully get some good kills in. Shit, man, Nana. If it wouldn't have been for Nana, we would have had a triple kill right there because Maya was lined up in her sights. Our Mana was regening. We were fixing to have her big blast back, and I'll be damned if she didn't get us before we got it. Alright, so it's going to have us down for 15 seconds. And then we'll be back at it. Hey, honey, you gonna get on here and play some Mobile Legends with me later though, or tomorrow? I am going to start doing some Switch gaming too again, guys. Uh, Not tonight. Yeah, I'm not gonna add it in tonight or nothing, but here in the future. And I thought about adding Little Nightmares, the original Little Nightmares game in, and playing through it, trying to beat that game. And I figured it would be something cool, with like a horror edge to it, because it's all like dark and dingy whenever you're going through the game. And then I've been looking through some of the other games that I've got for the Switch and trying to see like what would make a good streaming game. Because I could always play games like basketball or whatnot, but it wouldn't be the. I don't know. I don't think I want to do that as a stream. There's plenty to talk about. You can talk about all the different players and stuff, but we're sitting at 2-2-1. I'm gonna give our our teammates a heads up, beware of ambush on that. Let's see. What's some of the other games I got on there? I got Mario 3D All Stars, which that gives you one game from the 64 era, which is Super Mario 64. It gives you one game from the GameCube era, Super Mario Sunshine, which is my least favorite Super Mario game out there. And then it gives you one game from the Wii era, which is Super Mario Galaxy. And that one's pretty decent. That one's my favorite one of the three that are actually on there. But, yeah. What about you, honey? Which one do you like the best out of the Super Mario 3D All-Stars?
I don't know, honey.
Alright, we got a kill on Beatrix there.
Lace is my favorite.
You telling me you like Super Mario All-Star or Super Mario Sunshine the best?
Oh. So glazed.
You talking about the Wii one?
Yes.
So you're talking about Super Mario Galaxy. Yeah, I like that one the best out of those three. You know a game that I haven't got to play though? Is the sequel to it. I haven't got to play it. I would like to try it out. Shit, man. Alright, come on, can we finish them off? Alright. We got them finished right there. That game, got it in the books. That was Xavier. Something about it, guys. We got the W. I'm not complaining about it, but something about it is just, we've been having a rocky start. We didn't get the MVP on that. No big deal. We'll keep it rocking. Challenge accepted. Movie review. We are 5.5. It's not as bad as what it seemed. We ended up having durability was pretty decent. The person that had MVP for our matchup, this one was Maya, 10.2. So matchup, she had 12 kills, 3 deaths, 4 assists. Alright, let's go to events right here, nostalgia. I'm going to go ahead and claim this. We've almost got that skin unlocked for Moskov. We might end up unlocking him later on. Overdrive here. I'll go in and claim these, throughout. That way you don't have that red dot staying there the whole time, right? I really want to do a killing spree. I'm going to go with Eamon. We'll go in with Eamon probably and get some high kills in. And then maybe do some mages. Like, who would y'all like to see? Would y'all rather see a match with Valir? Or would y'all rather see a match with Gord as far as the mages go? Let me go ahead and put that out in the stream chat. Mage matchup is coming. It'll be after this one that we're going to do with Amon. I'm going to do an assassin matchup first. We're going to see if we can get one of those challenges out of the way, one of the MVP challenges. Mage matchup, Gord or Valir. Because I know I have both of those mages unlocked. Another one that I need to put on the list to unlock would be Val. Now Val is more of he's a wind mage. Now granted, I've got Faramus too. Now he is a necromancer, and as far as his stuff goes, he's got some ultimates that you can bring him back to life with. Like somebody might kill you, and then you get this tombstone that comes out. He pops back up from the dead, and you're able to go wreak havoc on anybody that's in the vicinity of where you're at. Be able to get revenge on them and maybe even kill them, too. So that's a plus. And it's just different than any of the other characters besides maybe Vixana. Now I always thought Vixana kind of fit the bill for a necromancer too. She's kind of got that vibe, especially Vixana before they did the revamp on her. Back whenever she had the whole zombie appearance and all that. Now they've got her with blonde hair, completely different look than what the original version of Vixana that I knew whenever I first started playing looked like. The opposition has got they got Uranus, they got Irithyll, Karina, Zilong, and Layla. Our team's rocking with Amon, Dyroth, Balmond, Nana, and Clint. The one thing that kind of gets me is we don't have a tank character going into it. But if your team works good enough together, you can overcome that. And I've like the couple of matchups ago, they ended up handing us our butts on a silver platter, and they were rocking with like 3 marksmen, and they ended up doing that. So that kind of tells you it's more about the plays that are made and the players playing sometimes than the which style of character they picked. Granted, it's good to have a mix of variety of all that, but it's not a necessity to be able to win. Not a have to, especially whenever you get into some of these teams that play together all the time. Then you're really, those players can be spot on no matter who they're playing as. Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and get this jungle going. I'm actually going to sneak over and try to grab some of their jungle in the process too. Hell, it was showing this was still up. Somebody's already snagged it. Their Karina's already snagged it. 3, 2, 1. We got stuck behind enemy lines. They got us with 3 and 1. Alright, I want to see what's going on over here. Zilong and their Dyroth are going head to head. Irithyll. Irithyll could be easy pickings, especially if we get our jungle up real fast. Could have some easy kills with her. And this Layla right here. They're both kind of squishy. One difference about Layla though is she deals out a lot more damage than Irithyll will. I need some backup right here to be able to take that turtle. There's Uranus. He's that tank type character for him. Yeah. I knew you was gonna say something about the name. I knew they were gonna try to come in and sneak and steal it from us. Let's try to get a quick kill on their Amon character here. Come on with it. Man, if we had our third ultimate unlocked, for sure we would have had him. I don't want to leave him hanging out here by himself. But I don't want to give them a kill streak either. Alright, Bauman's got her back. Shit, come on now.
I'm going in the bathroom.
Hey, I hear you talking shit over there, baby. Come on with it, come on with it. Come on. Now, come on. Get this Layla. Shit. Alright. 1, 2, and 2. We got 1 kill, we got 2 deaths, we got 2 assists. Spread out. Now, if you guys are watching on any of the major social media, if you guys are watching on Trovo, YouTube, or Facebook, Twilight TCM's the tag for any of the others. So, if you guys click the bell icon, you guys will be updated anytime we start to go live. Normally, it's about this time. We're going live every night, so I would say roughly about anywhere from 12 to 2 Eastern Standard Time US, depending on where you guys are at, could differ. You know, I know we got a lot of people that normally tune in from the Philippines, which is cool. Just know that it's a different time. Yeah, it is cool, isn't it, babe? Man, their tank character is out. Gotta back up a little bit. I hate having a recall. I usually won't if I'm playing as Eamon, but just for the simple fact you can jungle and be able to get his health back up. And anytime you're hitting his ultimate, it's gonna regenerate some health too. I'm gonna come up here and try to steal some of their jungle in the, you know, because they've been doing that for us, or Bauman's been going down there hitting up the jungle whenever I've been needing it. We got sitting at level 4 right now. This will bump us up to level 5. Get that green right there. I want to go over and help him out with Zilong, probably. Take out their Layla here. Yep, Nana should be able to take her out. I'm going to help Nana get out of the way of... Damn, I was trying to help her get out of the way of Uranus. It's every time, isn't it? It gets you every time, doesn't it? Alright. 7 to 10 is like the death count that we've got. Karina, she's going around. She's roaming. She's roaming around down here on our side. She's wanting to get that turtle is what she's going for. What I think. Let's go ahead and get this easy jungle right fast. And then we're going to go over and help take that turtle. Come on with it. There's a good chance there's probably some of their people that's sitting back hoping to be able to steal this from us. But we got it this time. Alright, let's go over to the side here. We got an Irithel over here. We're going to hopefully go over and get an easy kill on her. She's quick though. She got the hell out of dodge pretty fast right there. Alright guys, let's go over in the mid lane then. Try it out. See how we do with it. She's immune right now, but not for long. Super kill. We got Karina off the board. Fan-freaking-tastic. There's their tank. 3, 2, 1. Come on, come on. Let's get them inside turret range, then we can do some extra damage along with it. There we go. Bam. I like it. You're going to get hit by the turret too, dude, so whatever. Gotcha. He ended up getting us 2. It was a 1-for-1. You know, we got killed, but we also took their tank off the field too for at least, 15 seconds. So, I can live with that. Okay. Back out on the field. Alright. I'm gonna be roaming. I'm gonna try to be jungling too at the same time. Pick up some kills while we're out on here, doing our thing. I'm gonna go around the side here since Layla's sitting right there. Pick up this quick jungle, and once she actually comes up and starts confronting our mage, that's when we're gonna come in from the side here. Hopefully be able to lock in a quick kill. No, we got Z-Long right here. That'll work too. Yeah, he took a big he took a big health loss right there. Knocked him down about halfway. What's some of the TV shows, honey, that we've been watching? We watched that Roswell on Netflix. It was decent. We watched the what was it, Jeffrey Dahmer.
I really like that show, Good Trouble.
Good Trouble. What was it about again?
Baby.
The Good Trouble show.
Oh, tell them about Siren instead, honey. That's something you do know about.
Siren, about the mermaids. Well, I know I ended up watching it. I ended up watching it with you, where and you were really into it.
Yeah, they're supposed to come out with another season.
What do you think they got? Like 2 seasons did so far, 2 or 3 seasons, and then let's see. Okay, so I do know this Siren show that me and the wife were watching had some really weird stuff going on in it. And by really weird stuff, I mean this regular guy and girl got caught up in some type of 3-way relationship with a mermaid, basically, wasn't it? And the mermaid was, they put her in this artificial cage inside of a lab. Like the guy and the girl were scientists. One of them was a scientist, or both of them were. And some weird stuff going on there. But interesting show. Yeah, the mermaids end up learning to talk. Like originally in the show, when it first starts, the mermaids are like, what the hell? You know, they don't know how to speak. And then
And the head honcho of it, her name's Ren.
yeah, Ren, you know, short for Siren. So yeah, starting out, they're like, you know, they speak with their language that's like a language of the sea. It's like going through sound instead of actual audio, or well, it's still audio, but they're going through different sounds instead of actual language, you know, that we would understand, English or anything like that. And then as the show progresses, you know, they end up learning more of the English language, but it takes them a bit. It's kind of, you know, it's a progression with that, but yeah, it was decent so far. And now the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, that was one of my favorites that we've watched in a while. And it's based off of the Archie comics. It's based off of the same character that they did like the 90s Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but it's a lot darker adaptation of that character than what they did in the 90s show. As a matter of fact, some of the characters that played in the original one show up in this one. So that was the original Sabrina doesn't show up, but I think it's the 2 ants from the original. The 90s show showed up. I think the way I understand it, like the 90s show was famous for being the longest running show of its type. and it held that title for quite a while. I don't know exactly how many years it was, but that might be something I'll check after this matchup. Just to kind of, since I brought it up, I might as well, you know, find that out. That way I know next time I, you know, and then why not? You know, might as well. So, and another part about that though, just to go along with that, Sabrina is she ends up showing up in the Riverdale series. So if any of you guys have watched the Riverdale but haven't watched the Sabrina, they exist in the same universe. I know, shit. The Riverdale still actually comes on CBS. I think CBS right now, but we usually don't watch it until it. We'll watch it whenever it comes out on Netflix most of the time. But yeah, they did the crossover with it. The Kingdom, baby, Last Kingdom. That's another good one. It's more like along the lines of what the whenever the English were like before England was an actual country, and they were trying to make it a country. But I'm gonna guess like maybe what 1100 AD, something like that. This would be like knights, knights and barbarians, and they don't call them barbarians on there. At least they call them. They got another. Yeah. Yep. What do they call them on the Last Kingdom instead of barbarians? They've got another word for them.
Off the barbarians?
Yeah. Off the Last Kingdom. They don't call them barbarians. They call them something different. They're called. Not the. They're not called Dutch. They're called. What the hell is it? That I'm. Watch your mouth. And if you guys see that in the background, yes, that is the Mind Flayer in the background from Stranger Things. It's a super wicked, cool poster I picked up. And if you guys see that in the background, alright, so maybe the wife had a little bit of something to do with, me picking that particular poster, but
he's asking to get his ass whipped.
But just so happens the rendition of the poster of the Mind Flayer of Stranger Things in the background just happens to be in comic book form, which makes it that much sweeter because it's all outlined cool. And then there's Rick and Morty right there, which puts me in the mind of Back to the Future because, you got the old dude.
This one's called The Watcher. They got a new one on there on Netflix.
Yeah, the wife's been telling me about this Watcher show that's on there now. The Watcher.
It's #1 in TV shows.
Now tell me that. All right, so we ended up with the silver. We still got to get the 3 MVPs, guys. Tell me that don't put you in the mindset of a Back to the Future, because you got the old dude and you got the young kid that are both time traveling. I tell you one that's underrated though, and more of an adult-oriented animation that is underrated would be Futurama. That show. I tell you, it was popular enough to be brought back though. It got it's more any other time that Saved by the Bell has had a reboot. These are all like time. It's not like up to we had a player that did the AFK thing. They weren't playing. Reward all. Catch up with itself here. Make sure everything's still going hunky dory right here. So it's not responding. Go over here on Labs though. It's what's the issue? Let me check and see if this is still going. Baby. Streamlabs. Come on with it. Let me stuff. I'm gonna do a virus check for my PC, and then I'll be back up like it's supposed to. Then we won't sweat it. Damn, he just failed, didn't he? Okay, the frame rate dropped significantly at that point. It might be something to do with